Welcome to day 3, and today we're going to discuss ideas for possible stages. Good Egg Galaxy. This has got to be a big spear and allow the players to attack in any way, whether that be upside down or on the sides. Rainbow Road. I think the Mario Kart stage was great, but for some reason I always pictured Rainbow Road being a great stage, and I'm referring to the N64 version. Chain Chomps could try to crash through and attack while you're in the middle of playing. Minecart. This would involve fighting on a railroad track inspired by Donkey Kong Country, and occasionally having to ride through on a minecart. Maybe you could have the minecarts face each other, and you can shoot down opponents, or something along the lines of that. King K. Rool ship. This could work the same way the Zelda ship works. Maybe even throw in those stupid rats you could pounce on. Underground. A redesigned version of the first Kid Icarus stage. You could even walk sideways to the other side of the stage like in the actual game. The only way you could die is getting up or down too far. This would be an interesting stage to play. However, it may get the same complaints as the Icicle Mountain stage and the Brawl Donkey Kong stage, where it just goes up and down. Monkey Ball. Everyone knows I love Monkey Ball, so that's a big reason why this would be an awesome stage. Well, okay, it's not that I'm just a Monkey Ball fanatic. I think out of the hundreds of Monkey Ball stages invented, they could use a few of them for a stage and have the actual monkeys roll onto the playing field every once in a while and have the stage tilt like in the real game. Wuhu Island. This would be perfect if Miis are added into the game. You could travel around the island the way that Isle Delfino does and see lots of characters in the background from the game. Pokemon Coliseum. This would essentially be a Pokemon Stadium 3, Retro Icicle Mountain. I'm surprised this wasn't put into Brawl, considering they added 75M in the Mario Bros stage. This may actually be a decent stage, though, with lots of room to fight, and maybe the bird at the top could always hold a Smash Ball? Tetris. This stage should be taken with a grain of salt. While it would be very interesting to play on, imagine someone getting stuck inside Tetraminos. And not only that, imagine the pieces stacking higher and higher, and someone stuck could lose a minute or two of gameplay. That could be cheap or deadly, depending on the circumstance of that character. Nonetheless, it would be very interesting to see this stage. Bowser's Castle. This is a stage I can truly see making an appearance. Hopefully they'll adapt to the new Super Mario Bros. Bowser Castle, when Bowser is huge and crushes his castle to bits, but honestly, any variation of Bowser Castle would be great. Pokefloats 2. I really enjoyed the first Pokefloats. Why not make another one with the next generation of Pokemon? It would be a great way to introduce the new Pokemon to people that stop playing. Nintendo systems. Speaking of moving stages like that, why not have a stage that goes through every Nintendo system in the way that Pokefloats does? They could create some original musical pieces this way. It would be even cooler if they managed to throw in every controller and every peripheral ever added. I mean, I would play this stage just for the nostalgia factor. Chemical Plant Zone. One of the most popular Sonic stages, it wouldn't make sense to not have the Chemical Plant Zone put into the game. As long as the poison water shows up sometimes and those blue blobs are in the stage somewhere, I'm good to go. Patch Castle. I've never played Kirby's Epic Yarn, but it seems to be a heavily requested stage. If they made a stage about Hannonbow and those stupid leaves, I'm sure they can make a stage about Yarn. Airship. The Airship from Super Mario Bros. 3 would be a great addition. It could play out in a variety of ways, with bullet bills flying around and cannons shooting at you. It would be pretty cool, and the music could be awesome. Through my research, I have found hundreds and hundreds of stage ideas, but what you've heard are what I think have the best chances of making it into the actual game, and seem to be the most heavily requested. So tune in tomorrow, and we're going to talk about items for the next Smash Bros.